Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm on my way to work right now. I hope everyone had a safe and happy Halloween yesterday. Today is November 1st, so happy 1st of the month. I wanted to pop on here and give you guys a little bit, kind of like a story time slash some mini stories put together about some paranormal activity that I have experienced. Now, I know I'm late on this. I meant to get this up obviously before Halloween, but I was just too busy to do so. So I figured I would take the time now on my way to work to go ahead and give you guys these stories. To give you guys some background, we live with my mother-in-law, my husband's mom, on her property. Now, we used to live with her in her house when we were dating years ago, many years ago. And so we finally moved back in before the wedding to save up for the wedding and stuff like that. So some background on her property: she has quite a bit of acreage, and she has the main house, a garage, and also a barn. And the barn is super old. Side note, I apologize if my glasses have that purple tint on it. I don't know what it is about them, but they have, I don't know, but they turn purple. So I apologize for that. Anyways, so the barn is super old. I want to say it was built in like the 1800s, something like that. Now, prior to them living there, my husband and his family living there was an old man that lived there, and it is believed that the old man passed away in the barn. So they've experienced quite a bit of activity inside the barn. Prior to experiencing these little coincidences that I couldn't explain, I did not believe in the paranormal activity type stuff. My husband warned me about it. He had told me about it, but I wasn't a believer because I had never experienced it before. So when things started happening that I couldn't debunk or logically explain why that was happening, that's when I started to realize, like, holy shit, that's real, like, this actually exists. So the first story that I'm going to tell you guys about happened when my husband and I had first started dating. Like I said, never experienced anything like this before. My husband and I were laying on the couches inside my mother-in-law's house. It was super late at night, and I believe he passed out on the other couch while I was still watching TV. Now, the way her house is set up, from the living room, it's a really long house. And so from the living room, if you look diagonally to your left, you can see the hallway to the bedrooms, and the bathroom is the first door on the right. So you can see the entrance to the bathroom from the couch that I was laying on. So it was really late at night. I'm watching TV still. I'm still awake. My husband's passed out. And I look over towards the hallway, because the hallway had a light, or I believe the bathroom had a light on inside the bathroom. And something just happened to catch my eye. So I looked over and I see a full figure woman, completely white, but so much detail that I could see that it was a woman. I could see that she had a long, drapey nightgown on, and she walked from the hallway into the bathroom and just vanished right into the bathroom door. So I kind of like adjust my head to see if I saw that. And I was like, no. And again, like I said, never experienced anything. So I said, no, there was nothing. I'm just, imagining things. I'm probably really tired. I should probably just go to bed. 2 minutes after I saw that, my mother-in-law came out from her bedroom down the hallway in her nightgown and said, my friend just called me to tell me that my very good friend just passed away and to expect her to come see me. What? Are you kidding me? So I'm assuming that maybe she was down the hall in my mother-in-law's bedroom and then walked up the hallway and then just vanished into the bathroom. I have goosebumps right now. I don't know. But I said, are you kidding me? And she goes, no, my good friend just passed away. I said, I just saw a woman, a white, ghostly woman in a long nightgown walk into the bathroom. And she goes, yep, that was her. She goes, she loved wearing long nightgowns. I think perhaps the woman passed away in her sleep. That would explain why she was in the nightgown. But my mother-in-law said she passed she had just recently passed, and my friend called to tell me to expect her to come visit me. Crazy. Like, I've never seen anything like that again in my life. And it wasn't like a scary ghost. It was just a woman figure with a long nightgown, and it was completely white. It wasn't like a black silhouette like you would expect. It was completely white. So that happened, and I was kind of freaked out, but I was just like, okay, maybe it was just a one-time thing, whatever. The next couple incidents I'm going to tell you about, I was inside my mother-in-law's house completely alone. No one was home with me. There was no animals in the house. It was just me. So my mother-in-law has this very old, kind of like a jukebox looking radio stereo type thing. It stands up by itself. It's old wooden, and it just has the little dial, little screen that you tune the station. Anyways, I would be at home by myself on my day off, and I'd just be in my bedroom watching TV, and all of a sudden the jukebox would turn on at full blast volume, and it would either have that scratchy tuned sound, kind of like when you're going through the channels, if you were to turn through the channels, and it has that fuzzy scratchy sound. It would either play that, or it would play some really, really old music. I'm talking really oldies, 50s type music, blasting full volume, and then it would just turn off. And randomly, it would just turn on and turn off. That actually is still happening. She still has that same jukebox over 10 years later, and she likes to turn it on. I don't know why. I can't explain it. It's gonna sound funny, but she likes to turn it on when she leaves the house to go to work. She turns it on. I don't know if that's to make someone think that if they were to break in, like make them think that someone was home, or maybe she's just trying to keep the ghost entertained. I don't know, but usually she'll leave it on. Well, the other day I walked into the house and it was pitch silent. No radio, no music, no TV, no sound, nothing. It was super quiet. Well, I walked in maybe 20 minutes later, and the radio was blasting. Playing music, regular music, whatever station she had put it on, and it was playing. So, I don't know if that's like a glitch in the jukebox, or if it's literally something messing with it. I don't know, but super weird. Another incident happened. I was getting ready for work, and I was in the main bathroom of the house. There's two bathrooms. There's the main bathroom, and then there's another bathroom on the other end of the house. And like I said, it's a very long house. And this was around Christmas time, so we had just put up the Christmas tree. There wasn't any presents or anything under the tree at that time because we, like I said, just put it up. But we had it decorated, and she had a bunch of ornaments and lights and garland and all this other beautiful stuff on the tree. I'm getting ready for work, and I was in the bathroom brushing my hair, and all of a sudden I hear this jingle. I could tell right away it was a Christmas ornament that had fallen off the tree and maybe rolled and made that little jingly sound. At the time that this happened, there was no animals in the house. She had no animals that lived inside the house, and nobody else was home. It was just me, and I was getting ready for work. So I hear this ornament fall and jingle and roll, and I kind of was like, but it was weird because like there was no windows open, like I said, no animals, no pets, no nothing. So for it to have fallen off would have either needed some kind of wind or breeze, or something would have had to brush up against it to cause this ornament to fall off. So I kind of poked my head out of the bathroom to see if I saw anybody. Maybe someone had come in and they were looking at the tree or messing with the tree. I don't know. And I look down the hallway and I look into the living room, and there's nobody around. Nothing. And none of the windows are open, like I said. So I walk up to the Christmas tree and I pick up this tiny ornament that had fallen off, and I go to put it back on the tree, and I look for where it had fallen off, and there are no ornaments out of place. None of the ornaments were missing. None of the branches were bare where it would have fallen off from. There was no place that ornament should have gone. So I was super freaked out, needless to say. And I kind of just threw the ornament back on the tree wherever I could find a place for it. And I went back to getting ready, and I got the hell out of the house because at that point, I was done. I was so done, terrified. And like I said, nothing had happened to me before. I'd never experienced anything like it. So for me to have experienced that by myself was just creepy to me. One other thing that happens still to this day is, and it's only when someone's home, which is interesting, and usually that person's in the kitchen. We call it the ghost, but we say that the ghost will turn on the stovetop, and the biggest burner will turn on by itself to the fullest heat, but the knob won't be turned at all. The knob will still be on off, but the burner will be bright red at the highest heat. And like I said, it only happens when someone's in the kitchen, but you won't even be around the stove. Like, you could be over at the sink, you could be over at the refrigerator, you could be over at the other oven. You won't even be anywhere near the stove, and it will just turn on. So that is a couple of paranormal activity stories that I have for you guys, things that I've experienced in my mother-in-law's house. I have more stories. If you're interested, let me know. I'd be happy to share those with you guys as well. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please also share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.